one wedding.
They can't hear it. They can't hear a thing you're saying.
You gotta at least find or film one wedding without extra batteries to find out that you need extra batteries.
Yeah, you only make that mistake once. Hey, how's it going? Greetings. Hope your evening's going well. Afternoon, morning, whatever it may be, whenever you decide to watch this video. So today we're going to talk about some things that me and Alex consider essential for video on a wedding day. So to start things off, something for me that I consider extremely essential on a wedding day is actually what we're going to be using as we speak right now. These Rode wireless Go-2s have been excellent for me so far. Just amazing. I mean, like they're wireless. I can, lob up the dad or the groom or whoever it may be whenever I'm about to shoot like a first look or something like that, and it just simplifies everything in post. I don't have to worry about lining up the audio and everything like that. I save myself so much time in post with something as simple as a wireless mic.
I actually don't use a wireless mic. I use a wired one that I just plug my phone into, which I'll show you here in just a second. But the first thing I wanted to talk about was the Ronin, because the Ronin is probably the most important thing that goes along with any video shoot you do. But weddings specifically, it's nice to be able to come in with one piece of gear that can pretty much do everything you need it to do. Besides get audio, which it does get audio, it's just not good.
And he's got an SC there, and then my setup, which we're rolling right now for the YouTube video, is Canon EOS R6 on top of a Ronin S2. Here's Nathan's S2 right here. All Alex here's due for a new Ronin sometime here soon. Maybe if he's been a good boy, that'll be what he gets for Christmas. Next up, a couple of things. For me personally, we shoot at very high frame rates a lot of times for certain details of the wedding day. So when that happens, sometimes that'll fry your camera battery. So for me personally, I carry around a Canon charger. And I already have 3 batteries for my R6. So whenever, Armageddon strikes, let's say, everything that can go wrong will go wrong, happens, I have, and Alex has one for his A7.
It's just the Sony version.
So we have something super, super easy. Up next, the one and only drone.
Mavics. I mean, what else can you say? We've said plenty about the drones in other videos. They're awesome. They're great. Hook up right with your phone. Film whatever you need to. The battery life is decent. I would suggest carrying an extra one, but having a drone on a wedding day, it's incredible to be able to show the whole scenery of where you're at, the location, and everything else. It's
just
great.
a different angle that you don't get with a camera on the ground.
Yeah.
So,
and not to mention something you don't see every day. The angles that we do get with the camera, everybody can see that. Sitting in the aisle waiting for the whole thing to happen, but you can't see 50 feet up in the air.
True, he's got a point. I, for one, am not 50 foot tall.
I don't think. No,
surely not. Anyway, on to the next item. Me personally think it's awesome and it's extremely essential. Alex shares this belief to have a little light that you can put on top of your camera. Let's be honest here. Everyone has a reception after their wedding, most of the time. A lot of times, receptions are dark. They're moody. Most of the time, photography will be fine because they have these bad boys. You can't see it, but there's a flash up there. Us, personally, we can't do that. We have to have some source of constant light. That's where these bad boys come in. They are fantastic. Let's see. There you go. Alex has his charged. I'm surprised.
keep that thing charged.
I, for one, am really bad about keeping mine charged, and I'll get there to the reception, and I'm like, golly gee, do I wish I had a little light that I could throw on top of my camera right now. So, very essential. You would think that it would be a little bit more obnoxious than it actually is. It works great most of the time.
You get a few people at the beginning, the first time you pull it out, that, you know, they're a little uncomfortable having a light pointed in their face, because, you know, sometimes we're filming this close to somebody, but after about 10 minutes, everybody gets that, like, the light's necessary. It's just part of it, and nobody even notices it.
A little deer in the headlight situation.
And
right.
while we're talking about lighting,
Yeah.
we forgot this earlier. So that is for when you have not enough light, and when you got too much light, you need an ND filter.
Yeah, so I actually put the guys onto these. I used a Freewell ND before I started working here at Nye Productions, and I loved it. It's a great thing. An ND, think of it like sunglasses for your camera. Follow along, Derek. So, sunglasses for your camera. A little bit tech speak here. We won't make it too complicated. Well, let's make sure everyone at home understands here. So your camera has a certain frame rate and a certain shutter speed that it wants to shoot at, right? So typically you want to be double, whatever frame rate you're in, you want to be double that on your shutter speed. So if you're shooting in 60, you want to be at 120. If you're at 120, you want to be at 250, okay? So a lot of times, let's say you're outside ceremonies, beautiful, love them. They're so great. During the summer, it's fantastic. When we get to that fall area, a little afternoon wedding with the trees changing in the background, love it, beautiful. But here's the problem. Come in a little closer, Derek. Let's say you're shooting right here, okay? It's a little bright, isn't it? Right?
Bright.
It's really bright, okay? Pardon me if you're watching at home. See how dark it just got? You probably can't even see me. Cameraman, can they see me?
I see your freckles.
Anyway, so yeah, as you can see there, I turn the lens and it applies the sunglasses to the camera. And that's something that you really, really want, so that you don't have to mess with your shutter speed. You know, if you didn't have that ND on there, you would want to bring that up to, like, I don't know, 300, 400. Well, if you try to speed that up in post, it's going to look really, really awkward and non-lifelike. So with that ND filter, I'm able to keep my shutter speed where it needs to be, so that in post, if I want to speed something up that was in 120, it'll look silky smooth like I shot it in live action.
Because quality is the most important thing.
Speaking of quality, I've been sitting here messing with this little clip thing, and if you hear any of that in the video, I apologize. So,
And I'm still not quite used to the wireless mic and talking into it, so sorry if my audio is bad.
but anyway, guys, so that's kind of our wedding day essentials for video. Nathan did a video a little while back about photography essentials on a wedding day, and me and Alex have really been hammering away at the video stuff. And you know, sometimes, you know, you need a different kind of skill set for what me and Alex are capable of doing.
You know, and me and Kaden are capable of a lot.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, that was me and Alex with wedding day essentials for video side of things. We hope you enjoyed that. We hope that a little bit of that was insightful.
And, you know, if you like the video,
No.
like the video.
I don't. He always tries. I don't let him do it, though. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in again. We continue to do exactly what we said we were going to do way back in January. Every Thursday at 6:30, a new video drops. We hope you are liking them. Leave a comment. If you have any questions, ask. We'll try our best to answer them. If you have any recommendations of stuff you might want to see, also let us know.
Please.